Private.
Public.
Predominantly white.
Predominantly white.
South.
North.
Hot.
Cold.
Softball.
Racquetball.
Business.
Information systems.
African.
Jamaican.
Alpha Kappa Alpha.
Kappa Alpha Psi.
If you look at the two of us, you see two black students, and you probably have formed an idea of who we are and what our experiences are. But there is no one black experience, just like there is no one cultural experience. My name is Bahati Mutisia, and I'm a junior business major here at CMU. And I'm a member of several organizations, Spirit, Alpha Kappa Alpha. I'm an academic counselor. I'm in DS. But there are two big things that really shaped my freshman experience, and one of them was the weather. Being from Raleigh, North Carolina, where we have 4 beautiful seasons, the winter there is nothing like the winters here. We maybe hit 30, 40 degrees. It'll snow a little bit. It'll melt. We'll get days off of school after the snow melts because no one knows how to drive in the snow. People will buy some scarves, a hat, and gloves, only for fashion statement, not because you really need it. And that's about it. But coming here was a complete weather shock for me. When the winter started, probably around October, November, it would start to snow, and it would snow, and snow, and snow. And it wouldn't stop snowing until about March. And I went through some days where I just didn't want to get up and go to class, but I still had to because there was never a day that school or class got canceled because of the snow. And I went through some days where I was really depressed because there was not enough sun and not enough green in my life. But I met some people that helped me through this. They showed me what things to get, what jackets to get, gloves, scarves, and hats, and they showed me where to get some really nice boots. Not for fashion, but to keep my body warm. So that was a big part of my freshman experience. But another big part was that I met some people that I shared another commonality with. My mom is African American, and she's from Virginia, but my dad is from Kenya. And being in going to predominantly white high school, I didn't have a lot of people that I could share that with. But coming here, I met a lot of friends whose families were from African countries. So we got to, hey Timmy, so we got to share stories about what it's like to be children of African parents, about the foods that we like to eat. I got to watch my friends host a cultural and African event and see them in traditional African attire. And it was a great experience to actually share that part of me with my peers. And so those are two big parts of my freshman experience that you probably wouldn't know just looking at me, but that you'd have to know to get to know me.
Hi, my name is Brandon Tyson. I'm from Liverpool, New York. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a very small suburb outside of Syracuse. All throughout high school in my life, I grew up in a predominantly undiverse white neighborhood. So when I got here, it was kind of a culture shock because I met a lot of people from all over the country. My freshman year, I joined an organization called NSBE. It's the National Society of Black Engineers. Through NSBE, I was able to meet a lot of people from all over. I met people from Puerto Rico, Venezuela, South America, England, France. And that was really cool for me just because I wasn't used to it. And I was able to realize that regardless of where we're from or what social or economic background we came from, we're all here for the same reason. We're all very intelligent people. We're all here trying to graduate so we can make some money and basically buy all the things we want to buy. And I guess throughout my travels through NSBE, I've also been able to meet a lot of people in the real world from Google, Microsoft, Apple, who were in our shoes and they realized that regardless of how much of a struggle this is, you're going to meet some really cool people. And if you open up and step out of your box, you'll really be able to get to see some really cool things about people. On a different note, last year, I guess in the spring, it was the spring semester, my house counselor advisor person, it sent me an email about an organization called 1 in 4. I'm assuming most of you guys haven't heard of it because it's mostly just for college kids. So, of course, the first thing I did was Google it. After Googling it, I found out what exactly 1 in 4 stood for. 1 in 4 stands for that 1 in 4 college women, by the time they graduate college, will experience or know someone. By the time they graduate college, they will have gone through a sexual assault experience. I later on joined this organization because after going through an interview process and meeting people from Carnegie Mellon that have been through all different things, I realized that on this campus we can do a lot, and you realize that just how wow, give me a second. Just how traumatizing that can really be, and you don't realize that until you actually try to put yourself in their shoes. And I think that's what Carnegie Mellon does. It kind of forces you to realize that you won't really understand what someone's going through, what they're going through, until you really sit down and step out your box and really talk to them.
So we want to leave you with one quote by Maya Angelou. Diversity is the only thing we have in common.
So be sure to celebrate it every day.